Welcome to another ordinary series. I'm in a series with Nzetobo Sigwe Ezekiel. Thank you for following my teaching. Thank you for coming back to this channel to learn. Please always share the video and refer this video to someone else. Today I want to discuss cling to your kind. Cling to your kind. One thing I've noticed about animals, lower animals, is that they move with their kind. You see a dog moving with their fellow dogs. Chicken move with their fellow chickens. Birds of the air fly with their own kinds. Wild animals move with their own kinds. The lion does not move with the hyena. Hyena moves in pack. The lion moves with their own pack. The tiger moves in their own pack. The animals, the lower animals, seems to understand this survival instinct, this simple logic of life better than we humans. This is what the Igbos call anu na megono wano we anu na wano we. You must always move and cling and live with your own kind. So, however, or unfortunately, when it comes to human beings, it appears that we are ready to abandon this survival instinct, this bond of kinship, to mix up with people or humans that are not our kinds. One basic fact you must understand that we are all human beings. We are all human beings, but we are different as human beings. We must always acknowledge our differences. I don't know why humans are always trying to bury their differences, whereas it is not us that made ourselves different. Nature has made us different. Nature have made some people black. Nature have made some people white. Nature have made some people yellow. Nature have made some people reddish. Nature has created all these differences, these divisions. So we cannot claim to be wiser than nature by trying to eliminate these differences, by refusing to acknowledge these differences, by refusing to stick to your own kind. Some humans betray their kinsmen to join a group they have no fraternal ancestral linkage with. I say that this is stupidity. This is ignorance of the highest order. I need to say this clearly. Three things cannot change in this world, no matter the highest level of civilization you claim you are trying to witness or bring in this world, or education or sophistication or cosmopolitanism. There are three things that can never change. You see class, social status, it cannot change. You see slavery, it cannot change. You see racial segregation, it cannot change. We must acknowledge this fact of nature. Why? Because nature have made people different. And people that are different will always stick to their own kind. I always joke with people. I tell them that it's in films that you see the rich man's child marrying a poor man's child. It's not natural. A rich man's child will always marry a rich man's child. The elites will always marry among themselves. The bourgeoisie will always marry among themselves. The peasants will always marry among themselves. The people will always marry within their race. Majority of the people will always marry within their race. Don't always use the exception. Exceptions are not rules. We don't make rules with exception. So do not be deceived. If you think that as a Christian, as a black Christian, that you and a white Christian are the same, you are not the same. You cannot belong. You people are not of the same kind. You are deceiving yourself. They know their kind. They will always keep you where they believe you are supposed to be. No matter how educated you be, one time comes, people will stick to their race. Once push comes to shove, people will stick to their what? Race. Forget that in business, forget that in politics, forget that in some places you see the elite will behave as if all these things does not matter. Where you are seeing them coming together is what I call the class, when it comes to class, social status. But once push comes to shove, everybody move to their linkage, to their kind. So you must always be smart enough to always know your own kind. Malebe no. Malebe place igu. No leba fe place igu. Stop trying to be where you are not. Stop trying to be what you are not. If you are black, stick black. If you are white, stick white. If you are yellow, stick yellow. If you are red, stick red. If you belong to a particular ancestry, stick with people that you share ancestry with. Stop trying to put a round peg in a square hole. It's not going to work. You will meet disappointment. Now, let's examine what your kind means as human beings. Number one, your kind are the people you share ancestral link with. Your kind are the people you share ancestral link with. The people you share surname and ancestral land with. The people you share ancestral history with. There are people you share ancestral history with. For example, I'm from Nnewi. Aikuhana Anedo. We know what we mean by Omo Anedo. I'm an Igbo man in his brother nation, that my nation is Igbo nation. Only Igbo Kambo. By language, by geography, by spiritual and psychic being content. Because my spirituality is Igbo. Even before I was born. These things were inherent. These are history. This is what I call ancestral name. This is what I call surname. I have people I share their surname. I bear their name. Whose child are you? That's what we mean by surname. Number two, your kind are also people you share blood with. Blood is sacred. People you share blood with are your relatives. They are your kind. Your kind are people you share your mother tongue, cultural food, and way of life with. Your kind are people you share your mother tongue, cultural food, and way of life with. So I'm saying there are also some people you may not share blood with, but you share some cultural affinities with. They have blended with you. They have become part of you. I will give a literal example with Okonkwo in Things Fall Apart. When he came Efuna, the young lad came to live with him because the boy does not share blood relation with him, but the boy has lived in his house, called him father. They eat the same food. They sleep under the same roof. He has become part of him. And that's why when they decided that the boy should be killed, one of the elders, Ezodo, came to warn him, that boy calls you father. Do not have a hand in his death. He has become your kind, irrespective that you do not share blood. See, that boy calls you what? Father. He has become your kind. At times, people become your kind through marriage. At times, people become your kind through association, through friendship. They become part of your own kind. I'm saying here that at times, kind is not limited by blood or ancestral linkage. At times, when people assimilate your culture, your everything takes it into they have become your kind. So you should be careful. Number four, your kind are people you share same gods with. Every land have gods. I keep saying it. Every land has a god. Forget this thing that they are saying that one God, one God. I always tell people, every land has a God. Because lands are different. Cultures are different. Communities are different. Anywhere you see differences, cultural differences, environmental differences, nationalities, there is a God of that nation. There are God or gods superseding or supervising that nation, administrating that nation spiritually, in charge of the people of those places. So your kind are the people you share the same gods with. Number five, your kind are people you share cultural taboos with. We don't eat snake. If you know the people you don't eat snake with, we don't eat this. If you know those people that you share the same taboos, the same superstitions, the same thought pattern with, they are your kind. And I'm saying cling to your kind. Always remember to cling to your kind. So there are kind at a subnational level. There are kind at a national level. There is when we come to the highest level, the universal level, our kind becomes our fellow human beings. But it should always come from the subnational to the national and to the intercontinental as humanity. Don't see your fellow human beings first as human first. Start from seeing people from kind. Is he my kind? Why am I saying this? Because when push comes to shove, you understand that kind, clinging to your kind matters. Don't say he's my fellow human being. He's my fellow human being, yes. But who is he? Is he my kind? Don't kill your kind to satisfy. Don't jettison your kind to satisfy or to try to integrate yourself into a different kind where you do not belong. We must now examine the importance of clinging to your kind. This teaching is important because so Africans are marife, blacks are marife. It's as if we do not understand this thing. Because I keep looking at the people of the world, the people that call themselves the most civilized. I keep saying it that most times civilization is a sophisticated way of hiding who we are as human. For example, I used to say that the Europeans, the British, they brought us Christianity. How come they did not want to bring us the knowledge, the hidden secrets of behind the technological advancement? How come? Why are they hiding it from us? Why? Why do they find it very difficult to reveal it to us? Even amongst themselves, they still hide it even amongst themselves. It will now be you that is far different from them that they will reveal it to. Can't you see that we are being stupid? We must learn to cling to our own kind, develop our own kind, build up our own kind, and protect our own kind. Now, we must now examine the importance of clinging to your own kind. Number one, safety. Your safety is mostly assured among your kind. This does not mean that there is no infighting or betrayal within our kind or your kind. There are, but it's worse outside. Before your brother, your own kind will want to hurt you, they will check and check and check. In fact, it's even easy to survive betrayal and infighting among your own kind. It's very easy if you are wise and smart. But when you are lonely, when you are alone, amongst those who are your own kind, to decimate you, no matter how smart and wise you are, my brother, if they come for you, they will finish you, they will get you. Because you are different from them and you are in the minority. In this world of survival of the fittest, safety is best within your own kind. You say you experience segregation, they treat you like a second-class citizen, they treat you this way, they do this one. It's because you are not among your own kind. Among your own kind, you can know how to navigate all those undercurrents. All this petty politics and squabbling, you must know how to navigate it. If you cannot navigate it and not among your own kind, is it outside that you can do it? Number two, the gods of your kind will always put you, who is their kind, as their top priority. I've always said it, every kind, every subnational, every national, they have their own gods. And the gods of your own land will always put your interest as their top priority. So, worship your own God. Stop worshiping another man's God. Find your own God. Know your own God. Know the God of your kind and stick to it. Because that God will answer your own prayer faster. Number three, people do well when they are with their own kind. People prosper well when they are with their own kind. People excel well when they are within their own kind, their environment, their natural habitat. The fish will always do well inside water. Crocodile will always do well inside water. The lion will always do well on the land. The birds of the air will always do well on the air. But whenever a bird decides to leave the air, to come down, to walk on the ground, if all follow, stick with your own kind. I'm not saying that you should not learn from others. You should learn from others, but my people will say, oh, be wise when you are trying to intermingle with those who are not your own kind. You learn a lot from mingling with those who are not your kind, but be careful and be wise. Number four, it is our natural and spiritual and godly duty to maintain the cultural differences of our human existence. I repeat, it is natural, spiritual, and our godly duty to maintain the cultural differences of our human existence. Anybody who is trying to erase the cultural differences is ungodly, is being ungodly. That person is not being spiritual. That person is being unnatural. Our differences exist for a reason. We are not wiser than the unseen beings, than our creators, than the gods that instituted these differences. So it's an ungodly act to erase your differences. It's an ungodly act for you to abandon what makes you unique, what makes you different from others. It's stupidity to leave your own God to worship another man's God. It's stupidity to leave your kind and cling to another. Even if you want to do so, do not betray your own kind when you want to do it. Don't destroy your own for you to become a better foreigner, a better alien, a civilized alien. Number 5, a free man is the person living within the dictates of his or her own culture, while a slave is someone living within the dictates of another man's culture. People think slavery has ended. No, I keep saying everything is still on. Class struggle is still on. Racial segregation is still on. Slavery is still on. You can't eradicate these things in this nation. It takes a subtle form. Only the wise see it. Some people feel that they are free, but they are slaves. Once you abandon your own culture, you become a slave to another man's culture. Because a slave is someone who is not within his or her own natural habitat. A slave is someone who has abandoned his own kind. A slave is someone who is anchoring on another man's kind, on another man's culture, thinking that he or she will fit in. You cannot. You cannot fit in. Cling to your own kind. I know on a megono, one or where. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share. I would like to hear from some of you. If you have any question, please, you can reach me through the number on the screen, or my email address, or my other social media handles. Thank you. Thank you.